Any more questions? Yeah. Oh, this is Tibon Peña. You know, let me tell you a story about Tibon. He was a graduate student one time, and we had a symposium on Occupied America back about 1981. And he got up and he says, what if I asked you, and he wanted to get into a criticism of the book, it was because, you know, all graduate students, you know, they have a bug up their ass. But the thing is that he was over there and he was going to ask the question. And he asked the question, which was a half hour long. A half hour long. He says, what if I asked you, blah, 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 blah. After he finished, he says, what would you say? I said, I'd say to you, fuck you. But the thing is that Tibon right now is one of the leading scholars in the United States, especially in environmental justice. Right now, he keeps on inviting me to some ranch that he has in Colorado, up in the hills. And why do I want to go up there and get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to milk cows? All right. Yeah, Tibon.
No, I want to just make one brief comment and then ask a question.
Yeah.
Briefness. What else? Yeah, we're producing an unprecedented number of PhDs. That's true. Are they getting hired or fired? They're getting fired. Our people aren't getting tenure. And that's one of the ways they're attacking Chicana and Chicano studies. And we've got to work on that issue. We've got to mobilize around that issue constantly. The other thing, they're not going to pass HB 2281 in other states because it's not a good strategy for them. How are they going to do it? The budget. They're going to use the excuse of the budget crisis to destroy ethnic studies in universities around this country. And we really need to mobilize around that issue and recognize the biggest threats are political, economic one rather than jurisprudence. Right? And so what do we do about that?
Hey, I think that, first of all, you should call some of your Chicano elected officials, you know, you should call them out because they're going along with it. You look at right now, where are the donors coming from? And it doesn't matter what color they are. Who gives money to our elected officials? And our elected officials here in Arizona, the elected officials should be much more proactive than they are, fighting 1070 and fighting 2281. They haven't been fighting it. They're not vocal, they're not leading. So I think we should start there. And second of all, is yeah, we're putting out a lot of PhDs, but what kind? They can't even think. You see, they can't act. They're not here. You know, they don't go to the demonstrations. Yes. They're afraid that they're going to get piojos. But here, you know, you have to start to look at these things. And we have to start to change ourselves. Let's not change anybody else after, but let's change ourselves first and then change them.
You know, I realized too that even this semester in Asian American Studies we were cut 5 classes. And that doesn't seem like a lot of classes, but that's one professor's job, or one hopeful tenure tracks. We have to reach out to each other, encourage each other, you know, not to just stay in specific ethnic studies departments, but we have to encourage everyone to take the classes, whether they're majoring or not. That's just from a student position, I think, and I always tell students, you know, if you know, our students in Asian American Studies, they took classes in Pan-African Studies, Chicano Studies, and we have to really work together.
I totally see your point about, yeah, it's going to be an economic battle eventually over the budget of funding our programs or departments. And one thing that I've been picking on our department about, the largest department of Chicano Studies in the world. I mean, we hear that all the time. You know, we have so many professors, so many part-timers, offer this, offer that. But when something goes down in LA, do they call us up? Are they asking for our opinion? Do we put out an opinion paper without even being asked? I think as a discipline, as a pedagogy, whatever, we need to step up and respond and participate in all conversations, whether people want to hear it or not. and raise our profile, make us essential to this society, which we are. We gotta stop acting like we're still in the back house. We're in the house, but we're not being kept in the house because we're still thinking like we're in the back house and not opening our mouths. We need to step up our profile and say, hey, we're here and we're not going away, and we have a lot to offer this society in health, you know, looking at alternative medicines. You know, I just got a notice of a conference that's going on that's looking at again, you know, the merging of Asian American and Chicano Latino knowledges. And man, I can't wait to see if, you know, one of my favorite doctoras, Elena Esparza, teams up with an Asian American practitioner and present on their, you know, similar hierbas or methodologies of healing. You know, the similar methodology, styles of poetry, of everything that we've done, you know, politically, how we've united on different topics. You know,